Hey everybody, Dr. Joe Messenger here. Thanks for tuning in. In this live video today, let's have an organic chat about your life purpose, your soul purpose, what you were born for, and what you need to do in this incarnation while you're here. Because I've had some responses from people who are really keen to fulfill their life purpose. They want to contribute. They want to resolve their karma. They want to live to their highest destiny and potential. And some people know what that is and others don't, and have become a little bit frustrated and a little bit jaded with all the hype, propaganda out there about how to know what your purpose is and how to make money out of it, etc., etc. Now, I'm all for making money out of your purpose. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying here. You absolutely 100% have a right to get paid for the services that you provide. And I really would like to help you today to get more clarity on what that purpose is, so that you don't get distracted by people who intentionally want to distract you, by people who just want to sell you a course to access what your purpose is, etc., etc. I want you to be able to know for yourself once and for all why you're here and what you're here to do. Because I do understand that I'm in a bit of a fortunate position because my name tells me my purpose. I was born with the name Messenger. That's a clue. I'm a Gemini. I'm a twin. I'm aligned with Mercury. So messenger of the gods and the goddesses. And also, I was raised with 6 older brothers. So I was raised with males. So there's a clue right there. My whole purpose has something to do with males and being a female amongst males. And my experiences of being raped, beaten up, divorced, betrayed, intentionally thrown under the metaphoric bus by males. And so my purpose is partly to help educate males to please stop doing that. Stop being toxic. Be a divine masculine instead of a toxic superior masculine. Respect the feminine. Respect that everybody has pluses and minuses. And also to help the females who and the males, but for the purpose of my flow here, the females who have been raped, who have been beaten up, who have been betrayed, who have been lied to, oppressed, suppressed, etc., etc., to find that place within themselves where they can heal themselves, where they can forgive the masculine, so that that magnetic attraction to those types of males is no longer within you. Because the thoughts that we put out, the electrical thoughts, signal to the universe who we are and what we are. It's like we've got our own QR code that signals everything from us. And our feelings, our heart, is what we magnetize to us, is who we magnetize to us. So when we can heal the wounded parts of ourselves, our vibration is higher. The signal that we send out is different. So we magnetize to us different people. We magnetize to us the people that match our higher vibration, instead of magnetizing to us the people that are just going to put salt in the wound, exploit the wound, and to puff themselves up further. Do you follow me? So in this video, we're going to be talking about purpose, soul purpose, and a lot of energy concepts. By the end of this, I'd like you to be clearer on how that is appropriate specifically for you, and to just so you've got a quick little snippet of my background. I've always been a healer and a teacher. Went to chiropractic college when I was 17. I have studied aromatherapy, yoga, Pleiadian light work, energy healing, Chiron healing. I was the co-founding principal of the Chiron Healing School, teaching people not only to how to use the energies of the Chiron hierarchy, the wounded healers, to not only heal themselves, but also in a professional capacity, teaching people how to be professional practitioners and teachers out in the world back in the day. And so some of what I'm doing here, for those people who've heard me speak 20, 30, 40 years ago, will be a revisit to some of those concepts. And for people who are new to me and enjoy the newness. Let's go. Okay, so before you incarnated into this lifetime and into each lifetime, you sat down with your higher council of 12, the 12 beings that oversee what you've decided to do in this incarnation or not, and you decide what you're going to master in this lifetime. So you pack into your suitcase everything that you need for this lifetime. Can you see that? I hope that you can. Let me just move this a little closer. Okay. So just like if you are in a cold environment and you're packing to go on holiday to a warm environment, you pack into your suitcase the things that you'll need for that environment. You pack your cozy, your towel, your sun cream, your sunglasses, your thongs or your flip-flops or whatever the term is for your location. You pack into your suitcase what you will need for that particular journey. So same when you come into incarnation, when you come into physical form, you pack into your master diamond blueprints what you will need for this incarnation. So if you're going to be an opera singer, it would be really useful for you to have a really clear and strong throat chakra. It would be really good for you to not be tone deaf. It would be good for you to have the ability to be able to sing and to be able to attract the people and the situations around you that help you to polish that gift and get it out into the world. If you're going to be a bricklayer, it would be really useful for you to pack into your suitcase strong hands, strong muscles, strong spine, so that you can carry the bricks, and an eye for detail so that you can line those bricks up properly. Do you follow me? So you pack into your suitcase whatever it is that you need for this particular lifetime. And then in that suitcase, there will be packed 3 wounds, 3 challenges, the rule of threes, primary, secondary, tertiary, child, woman, crone, lad, dad, patriarch, going, gone. There's a rhythm to threes, there's a balance to threes. And if you follow Nikola Tesla's teachings, he goes into quite detail about 3, 6 and 9. For the sake of our master diamond blueprints, the blueprint for who you are in this incarnation now, the blueprint for your physical body, the etheric energy, for your emotions, for your beliefs, your mental thinking and your beliefs, is your master diamond blueprint. So you pack in under the guise, under the umbrella, under the permission and the sign-off of your higher council of 12, what your 3 wounds are to master in this lifetime. So what are those wounds for you right off the back? And are they physical wounds? Are they injuries? Are they disease? Are they physical security, homelessness or big mansion? Are they emotional wounds? Have you been cast out of the family? Have you cast yourself out of the family? Have you been slandered, falsely accused? Are they mental wounds? Are they religious wounds, where you've had to get yourself out of a religious institution, where you had to extract yourself from a New Age spiritual cult? What are those wounds that you've had to deal with? And you know this best. You know your history better than anybody. So for me, I had physical wounds. I was hit over the head with a hammer, fractured my skull, a male. Fell off my bike, broke my nose, trying to keep up with the males. Fractured my pelvis, doing gymnastics on a trampoline and landed on the frame. So physical wounds, was hit by a car. Physical. Emotional wounds. I was raised with 6 brothers who didn't necessarily want a 7th sibling, especially a girl. I was always different. Mental wounds. My life flowed and flowed and flowed. I was blessed to be raised with those males because I was taught to think like a male, to be able to plan, to be able to be logical, to have self-belief, even though I was born with the intuition and all of the innate skills that come with being born as a female. Okay? So wounds, what are they for you? Are they physical? What are they? Are they emotional? What are they? Oh, and to backtrack, those being the first part of my life with the masculine energy and the logic, everything flowed. And then when I got involved with spiritual teachings and New Age people, the females, the game players that I had no experience of, my life got derailed. I started listening to outside people and doing what I was told instead of listening to me and doing what I knew to be true. So, spiritual wounds. Do you follow me? What are these wounds for you? Have you had a lot of injuries? Have you had a lot of health issues? Have you had a lot of relationship issues? Have you had a lot of finance issues? Have you had a lot of disapproval, rejection, abandonment? What is it for you? Have you got victim issues where you think that somebody else caused your demise? What are the issues for you? Write them down if you need to. You know what they are. You absolutely 100% know what they are, and probably everyone around you does as well, because most people aren't silent about their issues. Most people for decades are quite generous in being vocal to their family and friends about who did what to them, who betrayed them, who made them hard done by. What are they for you? Now, as well as these 3 wounds in your suitcase to pack into your Master Diamond blueprints for each lifetime, you also have the corresponding happy events. There's always balance in the universe. There's yin, there's yang, there's positive, there's negative. So the bigger your wounds, also the bigger your gifts, or the bigger the happy times. Always, always, always balance within you. So what are your gifts? Can you speak? Can you sing? Can you draw? Can you build a fence? Can you see through game players? Do you know what to say at the right time? Are you able to build bridges? What are your gifts? Do you have the patience of a saint? What are your gifts? They'll be there. Now, at the end of each lifetime, you'll sit in quiet contemplation with the karmic board and evaluate how well you did with these particular wounds and your gifts. Did you heal your wounds? Did you make the most of your gifts? Did you even acknowledge your gifts? Or did you just assume that everybody can speak, everybody can sing, there's nothing special about that, it's not a gift? When the truth is, not everybody can. Nobody else can do what you do with your experiences, with your wisdom, with your ability, with your essence. Nobody. You're a one-off. So at the end of your lifetime, you sit in discussion with the karmic board. How well did you do? Did you resolve it? Did you half resolve it? Did you suck your thumb and go, poor me, why me, it's too hard, and not even make an attempt to resolve it? Did you blame somebody else for you not resolving it? Okay? And then you pack into your next suitcase under the umbrella of your High Council of 12, 3 wounds, the same ones if you didn't master them before, different ones if there's something new that you're rising to the challenge with, and balancing gifts, balancing happy times, balancing skills, and so on and so on and so on. So as you look back, for those who can see, as you look back along your main line of energy, it's like a string of pearls where your energy comes in and billows out and comes in and billows out and comes in and billows out, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, until you resolve what these wounds are, till you accept responsibility for those wounds being there in the first place, because the people who have wounded you, you're in contract with them to wound you, to remind you to heal the wound. And if you have people in your soul family who are under contract with you lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, so say for instance they're going through the same thing with their plans, with their lessons, with their path of enlightenment, with their karmic destiny, with their karmic journey, if I could have drawn that a little better. Surprise! So if you have someone in your soul family who's in contract with you, their blueprint can overlap yours. So say, for instance, if you're born into this lifetime or any lifetime with a soulmate, with a twin flame, someone from your same soul signature, their pattern, their blueprints can literally overlap yours. And for some people, this can be a bit confusing because they can actually think that your gifts are their gifts. They can be misguided into thinking that they have a right to your energy. They do not. Your energy is your energy. You bring your gifts to the table, and it's their responsibility to bring their gifts to the table. And it's their responsibility to heal their own wounds. Now, this is where the problem comes in. Because for the people who are following their divine course, who are following their hero's journey, their karmic journey, their journey to enlightenment, their conscious self-development, they are generally focused on healing their wounds, overcoming the obstacles, and polishing their gifts. But for toxic people, for intentionally narcissistic people who refuse to see that they've even got a wound, that they've even got a problem, that it's everybody else, then they can sometimes get misguided into thinking that you'll be there forever to prop them up. And then when there's a divorce and their energy is removed from you, in accordance with the karmic board and universal law, under the umbrella of the higher councils of 12. And that higher council of 12 can be quite different from person to person to person to person. But if you're a twin flame, if you are from the same soul family, if you're from the same spiritual hierarchy, often there'll be common members in here because they want to ensure that the highest probability of everyone healing their wounds can actually happen. It's pointless you coming into life, into conditions where there's no chance of you doing what you set out to do. You need the right conditions. You need the right family. If one of your wounds is to learn to love yourself, you will be born into a family that does not love you. You will have chosen that before you came in. And if that's the case and they didn't love you, they have done their job, because it's for you to learn to love yourself. Part of the plan, part of your plan for you. Now, all of our Master Diamond blueprints, actually, 2 seconds. With our Master Diamond blueprints, it's kind of like in the top half, you've got a pyramid, and in the bottom half, you've also got another pyramid. So you are within this multi-dimensional Master Diamond. And those Master Diamonds, your Master Diamond is also a part of your greater diamond, and so is everyone else's. And all of our Master Diamonds are within the Master Diamond blueprint for Mother Earth, for Gaia. Now you'll notice with Gaia, we have our lines of longitude and our lines of latitude. There's lines of energy through and around the planet, just as there's lines of energy through and around us. And there's also all of the ley lines inside. And same with us, we've got all of the acupuncture meridians, the lines of energy. When we feel our potential, when we become more enlightened, as we gain light, as we heal our wounds, as we lighten up, as we raise our frequency, the Master Diamond structure expands out into a sphere. So if you like sacred geometry, this will be right up your alley. Okay. Now, if you stay in your mind, if you stay in your thinking, then you will have access to whatever you have in your particular lifetime. When you relax, when you meditate, when you consciously ask and decide to access your other skills, your other gifts from other lifetime, every one of us has the ability to do that. If you don't relax, if you're tight as a ball, energies bounce off us. If you're uptight and tight as a ball, you cannot access your gifts and your lessons, what you've mastered from previous lifetimes. You have to relax. You have to go into the space between the atoms. You have to go into the void. You have to expand yourself out if you want to access these particular gifts from previous lifetimes. And this is why, have you noticed some people, even small children, can just be brilliant at the age of 3 playing the piano, or at maths, or at linguistics, at learning multiple languages. The more relaxed you are, the more you meditate, the easier it is for you to access your previous gifts. So if you're genuinely wanting to improve your intuition, or anything at all, meditate, relax, reclaim your gifts from previous times. Otherwise, you'll have to start from scratch and have to learn them all over again. Have you ever been to a class, whether it's a meditation class, a cooking class, a sewing class, a metalworking class, whatever class, a science class? And some people just get it right away. And other people, it's kind of like it takes them forever to get it, or they don't even get it at all. The ones who relax, the ones who believe, the ones who know, can access their gifts. If they've already learnt it somewhere before, they can just bring it in and go do it. But even if you have learnt it before, even if you have had a gift before, if you're tight as a ball, it can't come in, it will bounce off. Do you follow me? So in future videos, if you like, please let me know in the comments, do you want more content like this? Because in future videos, what we can do is to cover what happens with our emotions, what happens with our beliefs, what happens with our interactions with other people. What happens if things just get too hard and you really just don't seem to be coping? What to do about that from this energetic perspective, from the science perspective, from the ancient mysticism, but in a practical way that's functional for you in your everyday life now. Because my background is science. I have a science degree. I was trained in radiology. I was trained in science. I love science. My best subject in year 12 was physics, and I think then chemistry. Loved it. Still love it. Fascinated by it. And was born with a knowing, with an intuition, with a confidence, with a faith. So it's like I'm that bridge between the science and the mysticism. If you'd like more content like that, please let me know, and we'll go from there. Oh, well, that was like a false finish, wasn't it? Meanwhile, make certain that you get clear on what your wounds are and make steps to resolve them. Stop blaming other people for your wounds. They're yours. And if you don't know what to do, start looking at my videos or people who have already resolved what you need to resolve. How did they do it? Because if someone else has already done it, then you can too. You just need to learn how and make the steps. And also make sure that you put a bit of gratitude and intention into what your gifts are. Stop dismissing them. Stop trivializing them. Get your gifts out. Polish them off. They're in your suitcase. Get them out. Wear them. Who better than you? See you next time.